one of the things I love about this film so much is a lot of the action feels like a heist film because you're getting into situations and getting out of them, and you seem to just blend in so well with these films. What is it about you as an actress, about your work ethic, about your characteristics that makes you work so well and so naturally in action roles, do you think?
I think it's just the preparation. By having an athletic background, I was a former dancer. It was always about the rehearsals and the training, so that by the time you went up on stage, everything just came natural and you didn't have to think. It was effortless. So I've still managed to carry that technique that I've learned so young and incorporate it in everything that I do in my life. So I feel like it's the most responsible thing to do and the least that I can do as an actor. That if I'm hired to play a role, I have to prep for it so that by the time it reaches the audience, they know they're taken for a ride and they completely surrender to the story and never find a moment where they're forced to step out and go, but wait a minute, well, she was doing this or her hair was too done up or something. So I'm very technical when it comes to that, and I've managed to work with the most amazing detailed directors like James Cameron and J.J. Abrams and Steven Spielberg, who pay so much attention to detail and preparation, and then to check off my bucket list with working for Luc Besson and to be directed by an amazing director like Olivier Megaton was no different. So I felt always in good hands and very well taken care of.
Columbiana is a film that seems to be populated by a lot of intense, violent people, whether they're government agents or drug lords or assassins, and then there's Danny. What did you want to bring, when you were looking at this character, what did you want to bring to the character? What types of personality traits, what types of characteristics did you want to bring to the character to make him that balance to everything else that's so heavy on the other side?
Well, that's a good point, and I'd like to take credit for most of it, but the truth is, it was kind of there in the writing. One of the things that attracted me to the project was not the fact that he doesn't shoot a gun, that he doesn't have a good fight scene, that he's not cool and running around with his shirt open and all kinds of chains and leather jackets. I really did think the fact that he's her respite, if you will, her time out from this insane life she leads, and with him she finds maybe a few hours to breathe and to reflect on what's happening in her life maybe, and obviously her being so mysterious, he falls for her even harder. We always want what we can't have, especially in his case. So I think it's an interesting dynamic between the two. Obviously, the movie's about her revenge and her path, but I thought it'd be interesting I was lucky to be part of it. I was thrilled to be working with Zoe and be part of it, but I liked the fact that, it's an interesting, different little character, not just a token love scene.
Zoe once talked about the fact that Colombiana is an action film, but with a human element to it. It seems like Danny is that human element that he brings into all that environment. But talking about Zoe, you got to share scenes with her and being her love interest. What was it like working with Zoe Saldana on this film?
She is so down to earth. She's literally, kick your flip-flops off, have a beer, watch the game, she's so down to earth. She's one of the crew, she's one of the guys, she's one of the most low-maintenance actresses I've ever worked with, or actors, I guess you can say now. It was awesome. It's so nice when you see a young, beautiful actress who's wildly successful, who's got the world at her feet, who just is so down to earth and cool. It's the way it should be, but it isn't, So when you see it, it's. There's the director. The director just goosed me. That's a good sign.